this that new Chanel. This that splash, this that drip. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Reaching my goals, I do not feel ashamed. I'm a dog, I'm a beast, and I cannot be tamed. I don't do it for fame, it's the love for the game. I go in like I'm trained. I'm prepared for the rain, they amazed. I ain't break from the sticks and stones they threw. Anything that you can do, I can do it better than you. No matter what I do, achieve, still got something to prove. I spent the check on the diamond cross, but still ain't paid my dues. Gotta be number one, number two never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna cop my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, got enough juice to end the drought. Yeah, I buy like 23. Won't fall again, and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. This that splash, this that drip. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here.
Today, from NRG Stadium in Houston, Texas, it's a special New Year's Eve edition of the NFL on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Houston Texans. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. Fields this way up at the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
Chiefs take over.
The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. The numbers for him from a week ago: 17 carries, 89 yards.
They look like a team that really emphasized the running game in the offseason. They were going to build around it. Didn't matter if they were going to run gap scheme, power scheme, whatever. They've got a runner who finds yardage if you give him just a little bit of space.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now it appears we've got a Chief moving pretty gingerly down there. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. First down, Mahomes. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham.
Mahomes
and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
It's a gain of 10.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people just like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. On the move to his left. And he's going to keep it here. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. They'll run with Edwards-Helaire. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll run for the first time with Tariq Cohen. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. And that is caught by Watkins for a Chief touchdown.
Complete to Sammy Watkins.
Sammy Watkins, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs take it right down and score on the opening drive. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Texans offense going to go to work, and it is Deshaun Watson at quarterback.
It's week 17, Brandon, and I'm just going to go ahead and say it. He's not going to win the MVP award, but that doesn't mean to me that he shouldn't get strong consideration. I think he's been terrific this year.
He has, and I think the highest praise came from the coaching staff telling us that he's been more vital to our team than any other quarterback in the league. If your coaches are saying that, you feel pretty good.
Yeah, I actually heard from an opposing coach earlier this week where he said, look, he's not going to win it, but he should. He's been the best player we played against this season.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 24. From the gun, here's Watson. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that is incomplete. Watson took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Going deep here for Stills. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. Watson on 1st down. Able to hit his target, Claypool. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. 1st down. Watson looks to throw again. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
Naeem Hines, his first carry. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 11 carries, 56 yards.
And they've already clinched a playoff berth, so I'm eager to see how they approach this game because some teams' philosophy is to go ahead and get guys out. Other teams' philosophy, continue to do what you're doing best. I expect them to go ahead and use their top guys all the way through this one.
That's another Houston.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
No gain on.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. A shotgun snap for Watson. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Malik Collins able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that will bring up 4th down. Out of the gun, Watson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Hayden Hurst, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
The good signal calls will never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly. And that's what...
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Montez Sweat in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. On 4th down on his Logan Cook to punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good head-down running on the return gets about 15 yards. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. It's Hines trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
Hines, the ball carrier.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Line of scrimmage.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now Balaj. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. And for the Texans here, you wonder just how long it's going to take to get over the loss to the Chiefs in the postseason last year. In the divisional round, the Texans had a 24-0 lead on the road. Normally you'd consider that ball game, but not when Patrick Mahomes is on the other side of the field, as those Chiefs rallied back to win one of 3 times in those playoffs where they trailed by double digits and came back to get the victory.
To Jake Butt. A 4-yard gain. It's 4th down.
Back to throw here. He finds his target, Fuller. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Hayden Hurst. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Texans have taken the lead.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone. So give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. 5 plays there on that drive. And it results in the Texans finding the end zone.
Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. KC's offense ready to take over. That 7-0 lead of theirs is short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
It's a gain of 34.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Charles Omenihu. Patrick Mahomes sacked.
Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. From midfield, here's Mahomes. He's got Jack Doyle. And he'll be taken down after a gain of about 8, as that will lead us to the 2-minute warning.
It's a gain of 8, and it brings up 3rd down.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd, and almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Incomplete.
More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. Now, their last 2 drives, both ending in touchdowns. It's gotten them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot now to create some separation. The way that they're functioning on offense now, they can create a pretty good gap, allows their defense to play with a little more verve and confidence.
That big article in the paper this morning about them stringing possessions together for consecutive touchdowns. Well, right here, they're trying to make it 3 in a row. They'll start on the ground with Balaj, and he'll get this one up to the 26. Chris Jones on the stop.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And this will be a Texans first down as the tackle made here at the 36.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
They run with Hines. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Offense.
That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, he can't hold him.
A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So still 14 yards to go, second down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. This is caught inside the 15. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory.
First and 10 at the 11.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now it's Hines. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
He was brought down at the
Here's a 2nd and 7. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
Here's Hines. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. Now a signal in the timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. 2nd and goal from the 1.
and goal.
Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. He'll lose a couple on what should be the final play of the first half.
It's 3rd down.
So we've reached halftime here on New. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half.
14. Chiefs 7.
The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. they stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And this will be a Texans first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
On first down, Hines. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Thornhill on the tackle. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
This is Hines.
48-yard line.
He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And down right around the 37. 15 yards on the play. First down.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. That's another gain of 15 on back-to-back plays. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all.
Collins.
2nd and 16.
Brings up 2nd down at the 28-yard line.
They run it with Valage. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the...
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Hayden Hurst, his 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And the Texans will extend their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The KC offense and Clyde Edwards-Helaire getting the ball back here. So officially now a 1,000-yard campaign for him, but I don't think he's going to take his foot off the gas pedal.
Yeah, it's one of those thoughts, though, that creeps into your mind because there is a little mini celebration over on the sidelines. Everybody, hey, job well done, over 1,000 already. But guaranteed, as you noted, someone's jumped in that huddle and said, a lot more to be done, guys. Let's not, would you say, take your foot off the pedal? Let's not do that right now. But there is that possibility as people can get self-satisfied. The greats do not. We'll find out what he's made of.
Mahomes now on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Montez Sweat picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Montez Sweat getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack for Mahomes and company. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Well, sometimes when you try to defend OBJ, you're going to get a PI call.
He might get a PI called at just about any point during his route. And I think a lot of teams have taken the whole philosophy of, hey, just go ahead and do what you have to do and hope eventually they'll quit calling it. But not in this case. They dropped the flag for the pass interference.
That to his running back, Edwards-Helaire. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 38-yard line.
A gain of 12.
That one good for 12 yards and a Kansas City first. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Montez Sweat. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes taken in by the tight end Doyle.
Mahomes
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
A gain of 6 yards. And it's third down.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Montez Sweat. My goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that one that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs and team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. They run again with Hines. And he'll take this close to a first down at the Chiefs' 32. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. And he'll give it here to his running back. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. 2nd and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Looking to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. He'll drop to throw. And they're going to bring him down. Back across midfield at the 45. Chris Jones. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So they'd converted their first 2 fourth-down attempts. Not there. Now they're 2 for 3.
You think maybe the offense coordinator expended a little capital on that one? You know, when you're 2 for 2, you can lobby for that third one, right? Didn't get it.
And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Montez Sweat in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 13. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one or what.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. He's had it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Keep giving it to us. Come on, keep giving it to us. Let's go. Offense. Oh, man.
Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
Mahomes going to throw. Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
Touchdown.
Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the fourth. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Hines. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
Brought down by Josh Sweat.
Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But